People think money solves everything. They look at towering gates, polished marble floors, and sparkling chandeliers, and they assume peace lives inside. They are wrong. My name is Amara. I am 15 years old, and this gilded mansion in Ikoyi is my prison. 3 years ago, my world collapsed. A rainy night, a slippery road in Enugu, and just like that, my mother and father were gone. I was 12, terrified, and completely alone. That was until Uncle Chief Donald stepped in. The wealthy, respected Lagos businessman. The town called him a saint for taking in his late brother's child. But saints don't lock the kitchen door at night. Saints don't treat blood like trash. My day doesn't start with breakfast or school prep. It starts at 4:30 in the morning. Before his own children, my cousins who wear pristine uniforms and ignore my existence, even open their eyes, I have swept 4 floors, scrubbed 2 kitchens, and prepped meals I am barely allowed to taste. Amara, where is my tea? Uncle Donald's voice cuts through the morning quiet like a rusty blade. In his eyes, I am not a niece. I am a reminder of an old family grudge, a maid who doesn't get paid, and a secret he wants to keep buried. But worst of all is the secret hidden inside his locked study on the top floor. The one room I was strictly forbidden from ever entering. It happened on a stormy Tuesday afternoon. Uncle Donald had left for Abuja on urgent business. His wife was at her spa, and my cousins were at private lessons. For the first time in 3 years, the mansion was dead silent. And then I saw it. The heavy mahogany door to his study was slightly ajar. The key card was left right in the slot. My heart hammered against my ribs. "Turn back, Amara," my mind screamed. "If he catches you, it's over." But my feet moved on their own. I pushed the door open. Dust danced in the dim light. I walked straight to his heavy oak desk, pulling open the bottom drawer. Tucked beneath stacks of cash was a thick manila folder labeled with my father's name. I opened it, my hands shaking uncontrollably. Land titles, factory deeds, life insurance policies. My father hadn't died broke. He was a multimillionaire, and everything, every single property, every bank account was left entirely to me upon my 18th birthday. Uncle Donald wasn't taking care of me out of pity. He was holding me hostage until he could trick me into signing it all away. Suddenly, heavy footsteps echoed from the staircase. The front door slammed below. "Amara!" Chief Donald's voice roared through the house. He was back early, and I was standing in his private study, with the proof of his crimes in my hands. My name is Amara. They took my parents, they took my childhood, but they will not take my future.
My heart raced as Chief Donald's footsteps slammed up the marble stairs. I had seconds to react. I stuffed the original wills into my inner jacket, snapped rapid photos of every deed with my hidden burner phone, and slipped under the massive mahogany desk just as the door burst open. Donald strode into the room, his eyes scanning the space like a predator. He walked straight to the open drawer, checked his secret stash, and let out a cold laugh. He didn't realize the papers in his hand were just empty duplicate envelopes. He thought his secret was safe. He turned and locked the office behind him, unaware that I was watching his every move from the shadows. That night, I didn't cry. I took action. Using the burner phone my late mother's friend had given me years ago, I uploaded every clear photograph of the fraudulent deeds, police reports, and land titles directly to the Nigerian police force fraud portal and emailed them to my father's original lawyer, Barrister Adebayo. The next morning, Chief Donald walked downstairs in his expensive embroidered agbada, smiling, ready to bark his usual orders at me. But as he reached the living room, siren lights flashed red and blue through the grand glass windows. The heavy front doors burst open. Barrister Adebayo walked in, flanked by 4 armed police officers. Chief Donald froze, his arrogance instantly turning to pure terror. The lead officer stepped forward, reading out the arrest warrant for grand theft, child abuse, and forging legal documents. Donald screamed and pleaded, trying to offer bribes, but the officers snapped the cold steel handcuffs around his wrists. My aunt and cousins watched in complete shock as the man who played God was dragged out of his own house and thrown into the back of a police van. 3 years passed. Justice worked swiftly. Today is my 18th birthday. I stand in the boardroom of my father's real estate company, not as a helpless servant girl, but as the rightful sole owner of everything my parents built. Chief Donald is serving a 15-year prison sentence, and his stolen wealth has been completely restored to my name. I look out over the Lagos skyline, wearing a beautiful traditional lace dress, holding a picture of my parents tight against my chest. They took my childhood, but they couldn't steal my spirit. I am Amara. I survived the darkness, and now I shine.